I was telling Jan that yesterday I was working on editing the show. I can't remember what I was doing, like what we talked about, but I wanted to find a picture of a unicorn, and my image search came up with this singing group I really like as teenagers writing together on a unicorn, and it was the funniest, randomest thing. And so I spent my day yesterday texting that to people because, of course.
That was a random happening for Jeff.
Yes, it was very strange. It was very weird. So, hello.
It was like a search celebrity sighting.
Yeah. Oh, Dan, I want to ask you before we start, how did Jennifer's guitar thing go?
It's happening Saturday.
Oh, I thought it was last weekend. I don't know why.
No worries. Well, I mean, we were rehearsing it last weekend.
Oh, that's what was happening. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tell her that the Goldrip boys said to break a leg.
Yeah.
Will do. Yeah, she was heavily rehearsing last weekend. And all this week, but last weekend was like heavy. We were doing like testing Zoom call, making sure the sound was all correct and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool. Well, welcome, everybody. I'm all tired. I've been tired all day today. I don't know why. I got plenty of sleep. I have no idea.
Because it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, yeah.
Because it's Tuesday, yeah. Yeah.
Wait till Saturday, you can be awake again.
Yeah, it's like the second Friday show. You know, you've had your hell week, and then it's the first day coming back after the week of not having rehearsals all week.
Oh, right. And you're just kind of out of it. Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't know.
I tell people never to go to the second Friday show. The best one to go to is the second Saturday show.
Really? Because everyone's had one extra rehearsal, which was really a performance?
Yes, everyone's realized that they messed up on Friday and they need to pick it up on Saturday, and they've had extra rehearsal, so they're on.
What I liked was it wasn't done too often, but you could do a Saturday matinee, and that evening you're on again.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in junior college in my drama class, opening night of the play that he directed, he said, "I'm flunking you all." He said, "You guys did lousy. You know, you better do better next." The second night, you guys were great. So,
have you guys ever done a show where you did?
Do you want your hat off, Jeff?
What?
We're kind of into it. Do you want your hat off?
I know. No, I thought about that, but I was like, let's just go.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everyone. We've started, I guess.
They know all about it.
Tom and Jim above me, and Dan's next to me, and here we go. There we go. That's my intro. Like a minute and a half into us. This didn't initially begin as a conversation that we were going to have, but it is now, so we might as well just go with it. Have you guys ever done a show where there was a pickup rehearsal in between performance weeks?
I believe so, but I don't remember what ones, but that sounds familiar that it has been done.
Yeah.
I have, but only because the show sucked so bad the week that we had to adjust it.
Oh.
Well, okay, to be fair, on the two shows in a day, we used to do that at the Gaslighter a lot, because we'd have our Saturday matinee. But with the Gaslighter, there were a lot of vaudeville acts. And so you wouldn't know whether or not things were working or not working until you actually put it in front of an audience. Yeah, and so we'd have our opening weekend and they'd be like, "Oh, that number's not going to work." And so then we'd have to like pick up and like swap out vaudeville acts or vaudeville routines to change up the show.
That makes sense. That's a little different. Yeah. I was trying to think. I remember I had one. I was doing a show for my favorite director in the whole world, James Callis, and he had us do a pickup rehearsal, and I remember just making jokes the whole time, like spoofing it and parodying it and coming out in the wrong clothes, and And we went through the show, but it was like this layer of nonsense that went along with it because we had already done it in front of an audience. We were ready. And afterwards, he thought that's the greatest thing because if you can parody this and make jokes during it, you know it. So just cycle it through your head, and now you're ready for Friday, right? Like was the idea. It was fun. It was just goofy. That's what I remember. I've only done it that once.
I have a question to Jeff or Dan. Any of you know how James Callis is doing? What he's doing these days?
The last person I know that's seen him is you.
Okay.
How's he
It's been a
doing?
long time. Yeah.
How's he doing, Tom?
I believe that you saw him in the post office or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't get his information or anything, but
Yeah.
which I love re-explaining to you every time he comes up. But
I haven't seen him since high school. No, I know that. Yeah.
Well, he came and saw. He saw. I think the last time I saw him, he came and saw my production of "Don't Drink the Water," and he told me he liked it.
Did you
What?
drink the water?
Don't drink the water. Oh, did I? Oh. I started off by saying Jim Goldrup, he's a comedian.
Get my drums
Oh,
in.
one of the plays he was in way back when the critic or the review said that he did a Stan Laurel type character
Interpretation of Robin Starling
in Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh,
Back in his junior college days.
back
right?
in my youth.
Yeah.
I want to see that. I'm like,
trying to picture that.
Yeah, trying to picture that.
The reason why we're talking about theater tonight, I should not start off. We've been going quite a ways already, but and forgive me, it's been a little while. Within the past month, though, Tom announced that he was retiring from the stage, and I want to point out an odd little nugget. I know you guys know, but I just want to say it in the show. The first time I remember Tom and Jim, I was a kid. I mean, I was a teenager, and we were both doing this talent show. I was trying to remember when it was, and I wanted to say it was like 1993, 94. We were both. I did not know you guys at all, but we were both in this talent show, this big talent show. I was performing with my guitar. I was singing a Simon and Garfunkel song, but you guys put on this because I hadn't gotten into acting yet. You guys did a scene from a play. I do not, for the life of me, remember what it was. But no, I would have remembered the Odd Couple.
We did do that, but but I don't remember what it was either. But
it was probably bad.
Well, I just remember I don't know if I was waiting to go on or had gone on already, but I remember sitting in the wings off to the side and watching your performance and just being like, dang, these guys are good. These guys have what it takes or whatever. And I hadn't had any schooling or training in acting or anything, but just as a teenage kid, my first, experience with you guys all those years ago, 30 years ago, was that you were so good up there. I wish I could remember what it was, but I wanted to tell you that because it seems like a little bit of a, you've had this long, both of you, this long life in the theater, and that was when I first kind of came in to it. And I remember that years later, Tom, you auditioned for me for a show of mine.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. And we had never met before. and I'm assuming I don't remember much about what I'm assuming you did a monologue and you read a
I did a
scene,
monologue for Mr. Potter. Yeah.
and then we chatted, and I remember saying, I know you. Like, how do I know you? And you were saying, oh, I've worked at this theater. I've been around a lot. I've done this and it, and nothing. I was just sitting there. And then it occurred to me, and I remember asking you, I'm all, did you do a scene in this talent show? And you said, yeah, me and my brother Jim. And I said, aha. It's still memorable from, to me from then, from all those years ago. So I wanted to wish you a happy retirement, but no one else is happy about it. I want to be clear.
Well, I did put a little thing on there when I announced my retirement. I said, if a little gem of a little part comes along sometime, I'm not retiring from TV or film, but I said that because of there's a guy that did some local TV productions. It's a local TV station here, and Jim and I did some live TV with him. And if he saw he's a friend on Facebook. If he saw that, it wouldn't ruin me out for any TV. Plus, if you guys ever did anything else, but if a jewel of a little part of it, but mainly my retirement is not because I dislike the theater anymore. I mean, there's the two things when I become really alive and vibe and feel alive is if I'm performing on stage or if I'm traveling abroad. But the reasons why I've decided on retirement was because of physical capabilities. I can't get up and down like I used to. I mean, when I was in Spamalot, the ending of the play, the guy hits me over the head with a shovel and I fall on the stage. The lights go dark. Everybody rushes off the stage to get ready for curtain call. And I was able to get up and get out of the way in the dark in front of them. I'd be trampled now. But my hearing is not as good. I hate to be backstage and not hear a cue. Those are the two main reasons. Plus, the other reason, I guess, is that it wouldn't make me retire. It make me be more really particular. Would be a lot of the shows they're doing now aren't the good old classics that I like. You know, they're doing newer plays, and it has dialogue that I don't take God's name in vain and do stuff like that. And I will not do that. I turned down a really good part in a play because of that situation. So those are the main reasons why I decided. You know, I started in 1958 when I stepped on stage in Sonoma High School playing Mr. Gibbs. If anybody ever did Arsenic and Old Lace again, I would audition for Mr. Gibbs because it would be kind of nice to say I started with Mr. Gibbs and I ended with Mr. Gibbs. But yeah, so I started in 1958. My last play was the day that the theaters died on March 13th, 2020, when everything closed down across the country and probably around the world because of COVID. So I had a 62-year run. I mean, not that I performed every year during that 62 years, but there was a period of time when, you know, I did theater and stuff, and then I took a little break, and then I got talked into doing that melodrama where I met Becky, who talked me into coming and auditioning for It's a Wonderful Life. And from that point on, I went 2 years with almost no breaks, doing one play to another. And I think I really grew during that time. And I've done some of my favorite parts during those 2 years. And then I decided, okay, I might have been during that part of that 2 years. I'm ready for a break because I've been just doing it. And I got a phone call, and the director on the phone said, I have a part for you in a play I'm going to do. And I said, thank you very much, but I'm kind of taking a rest. And she said, but I want you to play Ebenezer Scrooge. And I said, you want me to play Ebenezer Scrooge? I said, you know, I can't turn that down.
Yeah.
Like another director I knew, I still know, he's sitting here, Jeff. When I was doing Grapes of Wrath and at the Cabrillo College, a new theater, 500-seat theater, the biggest theater I ever performed in. It was great. But I got a phone call from Jeff saying he's going to be doing these three, those three shows, the
Oh, the murder mysteries.
Murder mysteries, and you're giving me a choice. Would I like to co-direct one of them because of your long distance travel from Phoenix, or would I like to play the character in Don't Be Afraid of the Dark? And you told me about the character, and I said, Jeff, if you ever wanted me to maybe co-direct, you wouldn't say take a choice, because that I love that part. That's one of my favorite parts. I mean, because of what you did with the play, it just it was so fun, and I love theater. I'm going to miss not being on stage, and one of the things I'm going to miss a lot too is where else in the world can you find a better group of people to be with than people in the theater or on film? I love being with theater people, and so I'm gonna miss it.